Hey there everyone, welcome back to the Indus YouTube channel. In this video, we're gonna to see what is support and resistance. So in this video, we're gonna to cover in detail about introduction to the support and resistance, and we are also going to see what are the different types of support and resistance, and we're gonna to see how to draw support and resistance along with which time frame we should draw support and resistance and how to trade using support and resistance. So in this particular video we're going to cover these five topics, and this is not a random video guys. If you have come randomly to this video, I would like to show you this is a playlist which we have designed for a beginners. This is the continuation video of this particular playlist. Before that, we have also covered basics and price auction along with volume analysis, and we have covered some terminology of the stock market. And there we started to see trend lines, and then followed by a time frame. And in this video, we're going to see about support and resistance. So if you have not yet watched the previous videos, the link is in the description, and I highly recommend you to go and watch the entire series so that you every video is interlinked here, so you will understand better if you watch from the starting videos. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Yes guys, welcome back. So let's consider a example for better understanding. Let's say a stock named XYZ. Okay, this is the stock name, and it is trading at 80 rupees. And let's say you have invested at 80 rupees, and after a few days the stock moved up to 100 rupees. So obviously you booked profit here, and again stock moved downwards, and again when it come to somewhere around 85, people started to buy it again. Okay, or else people started to acquire this from 85 to 80 rupees. Okay, and again this time they started to book somewhere around 95 to 100 rupees in between, because there is different type of mindset in the market. Some people would think at 100 rupees everyone will start booking profit, so better I will start at 95 or in between 100. We usually listen this particular concept in trading as well. If you see, people refer to say buffer points according to volatility. So let's not get into this, but yes, this time they started booking 95 to 100, and again stock moved to somewhere this time around 85, and from 85 again it usually go back to again, this time it would break 100. So in this whole story, if you see, this is the previous price action, or this is the previous price happened. So by looking into this previous price, we predict that this 80 to 85 range, this 80 to 85 particular range is good for demand, and this particular 95 to 100 range is for supply. By this, we come to know in this particular 80 to 85, whenever this XYZ coming to 80 to 85, buyers are interested to buy this XYZ stock. And when this particular XYZ reaching 95 to 100 zones, sellers are interested to sell the stock. Hope you understood here. There is nothing in trading, either it trend lines or support and resistance or whatever, we predict on the price. that is previously happened. So in this case XYZ, we are predicting or we are assuming that 80 and 85 in between last previous time we got a good demand here, so obviously this time also high probability that it will respect this. Okay, this is particular, this range 80 to 85 we can call it as support, and this particular 95 to 100 we can call it as resistance. So don't worry, still we have examples, but this is a board example. Like you can just for assuming, like see all the concepts, you try to take it into your real life example so that you can easily understand every topic. So hope this helped you to understand. This is a dark room. Okay, this is a dark room, and if you see, this is a floor. This particular roof. So let's say this is a ball and this is a ball. Okay. So if this ball is bouncing, then obviously it will take support at the floor and it will take the resistance at the roof. Why? The simple reason, this floor is not allowing ball to go more downside, and this roof is not allowing ball to move upside. So in this case, let's play this video and you can see this particular roof is not allowing ball to move further high, and this particular floor is not allowing ball to move further lower. So here this floor is acting as a support for this ball, and this roof is acting as a resistance for this ball. So let's see some chart. This is a Tata Motor chart which is in daily time frame. We have a dedicated video on time frames. If you have not yet watched, I highly recommend you to go and watch the video. Okay. Now coming to what I said. Let's assume this 80, same example, whatever the example we have taken. Let's assume this as 80 and this price as 100. What I said, first time buyers are interested at 80 and they have taken entry here, and once it reached 100 they started to book their profits. Or new sellers started to sell here, and once it reached back to 80, this 80 level, this time even it went lower. That's what I said. Like sometimes see in only examples, like in only diagrams, we see exactly the support and resistance working. So yes, I also show you this in live chats. Like I will open the charts and I will show you multiple examples. No need to worry about that. But if you see again, when it comes to 80, again buyers are interested and they have taken entry, and this time not exactly 100, this times, just I said, this is the point. There are like-minded people also in the stock market. Like people think 100 rupees is the resistance, when it reach 100 everyone will book profit. So why don't we book somewhere near this 95 or 97? So they will start booking their profit here. And again, it came back to our demand zone, that is 80, or let's say this is a support. And again, this time, again, it crossed our 100 because here the demand is high compared to supply. So that's the reason even it broke our resistance, and it again came back to this particular support again, and this is a fake breakout. So no need to worry about that. Our next video is about how to identify fake breakouts. So no need to worry, just focus on this video. We're going to also focus this, but as for this video, just remember that resistance is something where the price, where the sellers usually get activated, or price faces resistance, price faces resistance, and this resistance does not allow to move price more further. So you don't worry about how to trade here. We have, we're gonna to also cover that how to trade at support and resistance. You can buy and sell, do both at support and resistance. We're gonna to focus that in the next part. Up to now, just focus that what is resistance and what is support. I hope you understood this. Resistance is something where the price gets restrict. In the example of ball, this is roof and this is floor. This is floor. And the ball is bouncing from here, getting resistance and again coming back to the floor, that is support. So let's move further. We're going to also see everything in the chats as well. No need to worry about that. But if you see, as I said, let's say this is a price EIT according to our example and 100. And let's say it is trading in between 80 to 100, as let's say XYZ, the stock is trading between 80 to 100. We have seen in the example as well. And one particular time, at this time, this XYZ have posted very good profits, and their company management have given a hope that they're gonna to um, make more profit in upcoming quarter. So this is a positive news for this XYZ, and again we got a breakout to this. Now the demand of this XYZ increased, and if you see, it got broken our resistance, it broke our resistance, and this particular resistance have now converted into support. So here the important point you have to remember is, if the resistance broke, that would become as a support, and if support broke, then it would become resistance. So in this case, in this particular example, if you see this resistance till now, let's say this is 100 price according to our example, this is XYZ, and this 100 up to now before the results of this company, it acted as a resistance. But after, once the company posted very good results and their company statements are very positive, so Dovey statements have said that this particular level, that is 100 rupees, now acting as a support. So we see regular about this. Just you have to remember that if support broke, it become resistance, and if resistance broke, it becomes support. So in this case, resistance became support here. So we can also see most of the examples here. This is one of the important point you have to remember. Now let's say types of support and resistance. Yes, a lot of discussion we have seen support and resistance, but what is support and resistance, and how to identify, and what are the types? So these are the things we're going to cover next. Before that, let me share you types of support and resistance, so we will cover one after the other. So first, horizontal support and resistance. Okay, let's go and see what are horizontal support and resistance. Thereafter, we're going to see trend line and channel support and resistance. Thereafter, we're going to see Fibonacci retracement and technical indicators. Along after that, round numbers, which acts as support and resistance. So everything I'm gonna to show on chat. So let's get started. So yes, we're gonna to see how to draw horizontal support and resistance. So you all know these are the horizontal lines. Okay. So now how to draw support and resistance. So we have already seen the XYZ example. Now let's take some practical examples just like ICICI. So for that, let me shift to higher time frames, because in higher time frames we mark horizontal support and resistance. Thereafter I will also show you how to draw support and resistance. So here the main important formula, or the main important thing you have to remember while drawing horizontal support and resistance is, in order to draw support and resistance, what are required? At one level, at least a price should take more than two times support. And if it again after breaking, if it acts as a resistance, then we can give more importance to this level. So let's see how. So see, you don't worry about how to draw. Simple, you take a trend line here, sorry, horizontal line here, and simply place anywhere on the screen. Okay, thereafter you can adjust it like this. So if you remember, I am adjusting it. Yes guys, if you remember me, in the trend line concept, okay, in the trend line concept I have clearly explained you about trend lines. I give importance to maximum touches. Okay, if you remember and if you are following my series, you know the same rule applicables here. If you see, i I will be more interested to draw or give importance to that label which have more touches. If you see this particular strike, how many touches we can see? This is the first rule. We got maximum touches, max touches. Second thing, it is a very good label because our conditions, it's satisfying our conditions. The conditions are like, before, if you see at this particular, before up to here, if you see, it acted as a resistance. Three times it acted as a resistance, and when it crossed this particular resistance have become support here, and once it broke again it became a resistance here, you can see. So this is the example. You can see once the support broke, then it can become resistance, resistance can become support. This is the example. You can see this time again, when it come, it broke, retested this, and from here you can clearly see this. Just see this chart here. At these levels it acted as a resistance. Just note down, this is also resistance, but here it acted as a support. Here multiple times it acted as a support. So this is one thing you have to remember. The second rule is very important rule which I personally use. Okay, so for this let me shift to Nifty, or because a lot of people I know usually, let me show the indices so that it will be more helpful. Okay, let me take the recent one only. Okay, if you see, this is a price falling from here. This particular Nifty started falling here, and this is the swings of this particular Nifty. So here how can we draw the support and resistance? As I said, simply mark like this, and if you see, this is support, this is a resistance. So on one rule we gonna to take support and resistance like this, as we discussed, and we gonna to also give some other levels importance. Just remember, it is up to now whatever you have seen, you usually have seen also in other channels, but these are going to be very important. So here, according to me, let's see, this particular, this is the swing. After this we got a small pullback here. So again the fall started from here, so you have to mark the level from where the fall started. Okay, this is the level, and again we got a small pullback, and from again from here we got a fall. Okay, so here you have to understand the psychology. The psychology is very important here. Let me say this, we're gonna to also cover in candlesticks. Next after this we're gonna to also talk, make videos on candlestick, but in advance I am explaining you this. If you see here, sellers are tried to come down and buyers try to take the pullback, but this is the level where buyers tried max in this swing. Hereafter the buyers lose their power or strength. Thereafter sellers begin to move the market down. Do you agree with me? If yes, then type in the comment section, yes, I do agree with you. So yes, from this level again we got sellers. So very simple, you have to mark this level. Okay, and again the same, from which level the buyers have come. This level, right? Again buyers tried max and this is the last, and again we got the sellers from here. So we have taken this level, and again you can draw recent one. So if you see, these particular levels will work very fine. Personally I use these levels. These are horizontal levels. Now how to draw, I said, in time frame we have discussed a lot about the time frame. So I usually draw in 4 hours or daily time frame first in a black lines. Okay, these are the black lines. I have drawn the support and resistance in higher time frame. So now let's shift to 1 hour time frame, and in 1 hour time frame you have to draw this particular same conditions, but this time your line should be some other color. Okay, in hourly I'm using blue color. So you can see this is my recent resistance, because the same formula I explained you. If you see, it acted as support and resistance, have multiple touches here. So I'm acting this as, considering this as a important level, and obviously one more level will be this one. Okay, so yes, even our work done in 1 hour time frame. Is there any other levels pending? So let's have a look. If anything missing, let me know. No need to worry. Next video is on how to trade support and resistance. So there also we consider lot of examples. No need to worry. Now we have come to 15 minutes time frame. Okay. So in 15 minutes time frame, the first thing I do is I mark recent swings. And yes, guys, in case if you have not marked, let's say some cases we don't get recent swings, these major levels at recent swings. So you also should mark recent swings also, recent swing high and low, because that is the recent price action happened. So we also draw recent swing high and low for the support and resistance. So I hope till now you understood. So let's shift to 15 minutes time frame, and the first thing you can do is previous day. If you are doing intraday, you can also mark previous day high and low for that. So this is how you can draw support and resistance. Yes, guys, you can see the levels which we have drawn in the higher time frames are working absolutely fine. And you can see this is how you can draw support and resistance by using horizontal lines. So for better understanding, let me again revise you the rules to how to draw the support and resistance. The first important rule is we should select a level where which is acted as a support, for support or resistance for two or more times, And one more condition it should satisfy is if it acted as support and resistance both, then we can consider that as a good support or resistance. As I said, if a support broke, then it can become resistance. If a resistance broke, it can become support. I have shown you like this. Okay. So this is the first condition. All this, all the levels which are satisfying this condition, we will take these levels as support and resistance. And second thing, let's say in a downtrend or in uptrend, okay, because if you see we have covered all the types of trends as well as how to draw trend lines in this particular video. Let me show you. Yes, in this particular video I have covered everything. You can watch that video for better understanding. Okay, so what I said, the first condition is the support or resistance any should have two or more touches, and it should at least become, if it support it should become resistance, or if it resistant it should have become support, so that we give importance to this level. And second thing, in any trend, let's say in downtrend or uptrend, any trend, we have covered everything in the trend video as I explained you. In the trend video, all the swings, these swings can act as a support and resistance. As I said, this swing, let's say in downtrend, sellers made a downside move and buyers try to give a pullback, and buyers exhausted here at one level, and again from there we can see a down move. So this particular level where the buyers exhausted, that can also become a, this is a very important resistance. So by using this concept also you can draw support and resistance. So hope you understood. And third thing, recent swings, recent swing high and low, recent swing high and low are also considered as support and resistance. So here, how to draw this, let me also cover that concepts also here. You would switch to 4 hours or daily candle, daily time frame, and you will mark important support and resistance by using this particular criteria. Okay, then you will switch back to 1 hour time frame, and again you draw all the levels which are satisfying this particular criteria. Again you will draw important support and resistance. Now you will move to 15 minutes time frame and you will take trade. Okay, you will trade. So in next video I will show you how to trade, but in this particular concept I hope you understand how to draw horizontal support and resistance. So let's take a example again. Let's take bank nifty this time. Now let's see on bank nifty. You can also go for daily time frame, not an issue. So let's go for daily time frame, no issue. Okay, this is daily time frame. Okay, in daily time frame, let's draw the labels which are satisfying our criteria. If you see this particular level is satisfying our criteria, can you see up to here it is a resistance, it acted as a resistance, now it is acting as a support, and it have multiple touches. You can clearly see here we have multiple touches here. So this is important label for us. In a similar manner, let's also draw some more labels. Okay, don't you feel this is also important level? You can adjust it little bit, but again the same conditions, it acted as a resistance here, but acting as a support, acted as a support here, acted as a support here, now at present acting as a resistance here. So this is also important level, and even you can draw this level, but you see it is little far, so we can avoid it if you want. but you can also draw this level, and in bottom side you can also mark this particular swing. But as of now these levels are enough, so let's move to 1 hour time frame. So you can make any color. For me, I will make all this as black color because these are higher time frame levels. I prefer to keep in black color so that I don't get confused while trading. So all the colors I have, these levels I have drawn in daily time frame. So even recent swings in 1 hour time frame. Yes, in 1 hour time frame, if you see, the same conditions are coinciding with this particular level. What are the condition? I said in this downtrend, we have to mark these levels where the buyers are exhausted. Let's say this is also a level. So let me mark this level. So this is the level. Now I will mark in blue color. So you can even adjust this level, but still it's fine. You can see it is a very good level acting as a support and resistance, and we have marked this level. So in the similar case, you can also mark this level where recently buyers tried max up to here. Okay, these particular levels. And if you see again, is there any levels? Even sellers have tried max here. Even sellers tried max here. So you can also mark this level. So in even in 1 hour time frame, we have marked all the levels by saying you can see sellers max tra tried here. Thereafter buyers enter. And the same case, it is acting as a support multiple times. And we can see, let's check previously about this level. No need to check. Still, it is a support here. You can see it is a resistance. We have not even checked here, but still acting as a resistance. So here, very simple rules. Keep trading simple and keep the rules simple and trade simple. No need to make it complex and get confused. So I said here, very simple rules. I hope you understood the rules, and these are the levels according to it. So without wasting any time, let's switch to lower time frames. You can see in lower time frame this particular level. If you see, we have both levels here, which is daily time frame and hourly time frame. Both are very near to here. So we can say this is as a supply zone, and we will have a very good video, and we will have a separate dedicated video on support and resistance. We will cover one after the each, so no need to worry. Let me complete in a serial so that even you understand the better. So this is a supply zone. Once we if we take the trade here or anywhere, we will book our profits, or we will be cautious once it reach this supply zone or the resistance. Okay, so in the same case, if we take sell trade, and when once it is reaching the support levels, we will stay alert. So these are the things we do with the support and resistance. No need to worry. How to trade with support and resistance is the next video, and in that video I will try to also cover about this fake breakouts, and all these things we will be covering in the next video. So this is how you can draw horizontal support and resistance. So now let's see. So we have covered horizontal support and resistance level. Now let's see about trend line channel, support and resistance level, and Fibonacci retracement, support and resistance level. So before that, I would like to inform one who are following my channel from starting. They know we have a dedicated video on trend lines. Just before this video, we have covered this video. There I have explained about support and resistance, how to identify, and even I have explained you how to trade using the trend lines. So I highly recommend you go and watch this video. And coming to Fibonacci, we have a dedicated playlist of this. I will show you. You go and watch this series as well, which are highly recommended. Let me also show you. If you see, this is the video which I am talking about how to draw trend lines, trend line trading secrets. I have explained in detail about support and resistance. Don't worry, I'm gonna to also show you how we take support and resistance using trend lines. But if you want in detail, if you want to learn in detail, then this is the video, is your one-stop solution for that. And after coming to that, we have a dedicated video on mastering Fibonacci retracement analysis. And if you see this is the video which I am talking about, how to find major support and resistance using Fibonacci cluster. This is very important video, and you have to watch this video to find major support and resistance. As I said you, support and resistance, but how can you say this is a major support or minor support? See, major support levels are something which can act as a strong resistance and support, just like the example of ball. Roof is a strong resistance and floor is a strong support. So in same case, this video helps you to find major support and resistance, and I going to also show in this video, but this playlist is highly recommended to find support and resistance. See, once you learn support and resistance, you can trade like a pro. Okay, so let me show you how to draw a support and resistance using trend lines. So okay, again let me go to higher time frame for better understanding. And if you see, this particular stock is in downtrend, ICICI Bank. So if you see, this particular trend line is acting as a resistance. So this is how you can draw resistance in a stock. So here is a catch, that we draw resistance in a downtrend and we draw support in a uptrend. So let me show you how. We can draw both, but only resistance is important in downtrend and support is important in uptrend, because only we trade on supports in uptrend and we trade only on resistance on a downtrend. And if you see at this particular trend line, this ICICI Bank taken multiple support. Okay, so this is how you can draw support and resistance using trend lines. So I hope you also understand this Fibonacci retracement. So yes, Fibonacci retracement is completely based on trend. Again, you should know about the trend to find the support and resistance using Fibonacci. So let me explain you first. This is in a downtrend. How can we say that? After seeing this lower high and lower low, we can clearly say that this particular ICICI Bank is in downtrend. So again, if you don't know about trend and everything, I highly recommend you to watch that video. And in Fibonacci, I have explained you this particular swing, we gonna to apply Fibonacci. So let me apply the Fibonacci for this. And can you see here in the Fibonacci tools, we get some labels, okay? 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.3. These are the labels where we get, which can act as a support and resistance. In downtrend, as I said, we only focus on resistance. So these are resistance levels, and you can clearly see here. Let me also show you, this particular candle got rejected from 0.7. Not only this, before if you see 0.6, and we don't consider this because this swing we are considering after making this low, because once it made low, thereafter we will consider the price action after here. See, if you are watching this particular ICICI Bank somewhere here, so you will wait for ICICI to get reject from 0.6 level or 0.5. Even if you see it, it respected very much, very good rejection from this level from 0.5. So this is how you can draw Fibonacci retracement. So let me also show you the one more examples. Any swing I will show you. So here let's take all recent examples. So yes, you can see here after making this particular swing high at this price action, you can clearly see this the price is making higher high and higher low, which is uptrend. So in uptrend we draw support using trend line. There we have drawn using trend line, and if you see here this particular swing we got 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 and 0.3. These are the important support and resistance levels. You can see this level acted as a very good support. So this is one more type where we can draw support and resistance. Okay, I hope you understood now. Yes, guys, till now we have covered how to draw support and resistance using horizontal lines, and also we have covered how to draw support and resistance using trend lines and also channel. And we have also covered about how to draw trend lines using Fibonacci retracement. And now let's see about round number and psychological numbers, how to draw support and resistance by using these levels. So before going that, if you have not yet joined our Telegram channel, I highly recommend you to join this. In this Telegram channel, I usually share all the news updates as well as global market updates and my personal view, like whether I am bullish or bearish. And also I trade, sometimes I share my trades, and also you can see option chain analysis, fundamental analysis, and also some stocks to watch, Nifty. You can see holding shorts in the market. I have just shown this is the 30 days challenge which recently I won hat trick times. And if you see heavy news flow overnight, so avoid carry position. So this type of data and important messages I always post in the Indus Trader Telegram channel. You can see today January 5th, before this video I even shared a news article about the rate hikes, and I also shared some uh, polls. You can also see this. And coming to, we have one more private closed channel, which is this is the premium, and you can just see here I usually share all the learning content, along with I also share important labels here. You get benefits of, you can see here in this particular closed group we share swing calls, and we also take some webinars and indices levels, and sometimes we take live with these guys who are in our premium channel. So in order to join the premium channel, just you open a Allies Blue trading account, Demat account, using this link. Open this Allies Blue account and trade in that. And once you open this account and once you completed the trade, send the details in this format to this number. So link is in the description, don't forget to join. So let's get back to topic. So round number or psychological number, what is the psychological number and what is the concept, why should we give importance to these levels? Let's say, what is psychological number, let me clear you first. Let's say, have you ever seen that make a round number, let's say 90 rupees, so we make it round number as 100, 99, 200, so which is nearby round number. So let's take example in the Nifty only. So okay, this is Nifty future chart. Let's say what is the recent round number, 18022 is the close price of Nifty futures. So let's make it 18,000 as round number. Okay, sorry, 18,000. And let me mark one more level, which is 18,500. And let me make one more number, 17,500. Okay, so we have marked all these levels. So first let me show you whether it will work or not. Thereafter I will explain you the reason behind these labels. So if you see, it acted as very good support and resistance. I have shown you. Let's also check previous price action also. You can see how good it is respected, how good it is respected. Let me also show. Now here the price action is at 16,000. Okay, so let me also किटर किटर करना जरूरी है. So let me draw 16,500 and you can see how good it is respected. So if you see, we have drawn said the psychological numbers 17,000, 16,500, 17,500, 18,000, 18,500, which is almost 100 points distance, 500 points distance, and these are psychological levels, and you can see how good it is respected in the price. Okay, I'm showing you in how 4 hours time frame. You can even check these price actions by going into lower time frames like 15 minutes, 13 minutes as well. Okay, so let me show you. Here you can see how good it's respected most of the times. Most of the times how good these labels are respected. You can see, let me zoom out. Can you see here? Here, this level. So hope now you agree that this level can act as support and resistance. So now let me explain you what is the reason behind this. So in options, so we have different ways to trade in indices. Like options is one of them. Okay. So in option trading, we usually see two type of members. One is option buyers and option sellers. These option sellers we call as option writers, which option sellers are someone who have big capital or like big players, you can also call them. So these guys always stay there, always keep their quantities, always they prefer to trade in this round numbers or psychological number. The reason one is liquidity, and they can, the reason two is they can plan for a good range. Like let's say they are planning some triangle, they plan by into round numbers, that is psychological numbers. So for this you can also see, check option chain where you can see highest OI near the round numbers only. So don't worry much about now what is OI and what is option chain and how to do. Don't worry, we will cover very soon. No need to worry about that. But if you see, these are the round numbers. Okay, so these are important. Now coming to indicator. For that, let me open my fires. So yes, I opened fires. Now let's see on bank nifty only. So for this we use some indicators. For most of the members use this moving exponential EMA, exponential moving average, and they use different type of values. Okay, for me I use 48 for short term trend. Even I explained this about these indicators in the trend video, you can watch there. If you have not yet watched, I am again repeating the same because that's the important video. And by using these indicators, very simple, if the particular trend, see, this is EMA ka value, you can see EMA value that is 48. Even you can mark 20 for short term trade, and all that I have explained. I I don't want to make this video length higher by repeating that. But if you see this particular, you just keep watching this level, you keep watching here this level, that is EMA. Okay, if you see 42,637, let's mark that level, 42,637, 42,637. Okay, this is a important resistance. So very simple in this particular indicator EMA, the simple condition is if the price is above this particular EMA. Okay, then whenever the price come and touch this EMA, that is a good support to enter. You can see in this case it did not touch anywhere, but if it become down, if it break down, then it can act as same, support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support. In this case, if the price is above, then whenever it touch the EMA, then we can take this as support. In the opposite direction, if the price is below, then we can take this as resistance. Even you can see how good the price is respected here. For that, let me also shift to 10 minutes time frame or lower time frame, whatever you can also check here. Okay, let's go to 30 minutes for less noise. You can also see in any time frame. Okay, but yes, like if you are trading, if you want to know which time frame you should trade, then you should watch this video, how to select time frame, because in that video I explained different type of trading styles and which trading style should use which time frame. Okay, now coming to here, if you see in this particular example here, it is taken as support, the price is above the trend line, sorry, above the exponential moving average, and here you can see this is one indicator, and when the price crossed this line, you can see it acted as a resistance. Okay, you usually see some noise here on lower EMA, but if you increase length of the EMA to 48, you can see some clear support and resistance. But yes, it depends upon what type of trading you are doing on that particular trading. I usually see this in daily time frame. In daily time frame, the price is still below 20 EMA and 48 EMA. So I'm expecting above this I will turn into bullish. So these are some things we usually take. So I hope I covered almost everything here, like types of, we have covered here horizontal support and resistance, trend line, Fibonacci, technical indicators, round numbers. Okay, now let me show you some more technical indicators where we also talk about that indicators very soon, not to worry. And if you see, one more indicator people usually use is CPR with pivot points or like pivot points. You can use both the levels, and let me go to 15 minutes time frame, shorter time frame, and you can see pivot points. These are the one indicator. See, you have to do back test according to you, but I usually give preference to Fibonacci and horizontal support and resistance. Horizontal support and resistance and Fibonacci, and I form a view and I don't use these indicators. Yes, I use this EMA, but not other indicators. You can also use VWAP, and there are also some other indicators. If you want indicators which can provide support and resistance, then comment me below. I make a dedicated video by explaining everything about the video. As you know, I can simply complete the video by saying the support and resistance in just 10 minutes, but I am trying to explain you all the possible ways, and I'm trying to make you clear from the basics. Yes, the video length is higher. The only reason is that I want to help you understand from the scratch. So hope you understand. So yes guys, if you see here, we have completed introduction to support and resistance. We have seen different type of support and resistance. We have seen the types, and we have also drawn all the types, and which time frame I have shown you how to draw support and resistance. The time frame is the biggest doubt to lot of members, but as I said, in 4 hours or daily time frame we draw with one color, that is black color. We draw support and resistance by all the criteria which we have seen, and then we come to hourly time frame and we draw all this along with recent swings, high and lows, and in 15 minutes we trade. Don't worry about how to trade. Next video is about how to trade using support and resistance. For that, this video is very important. Like that video will be uploaded after this. For that, subscribe the channel so that as I upload the video you will get the notification. Yes guys, before that I would want to show you something, and thereafter I will revise once and I will close this particular video. Okay, already it's length, so I don't want to waste much time of yours. So in this 4 hours, let's take any other stock or something like that, so that you can understand better. Let's take Bank Nifty. So I have taken Bank Nifty. I'm clearing the all the levels. Okay, so now it's very important part. From now you have to see it clearly. Okay, so now the first thing I gonna to do is I gonna to apply Fibonacci from here to here. So let me apply it quickly. Why I am applying the Fibonacci? To find the support and resistance. Okay, I want to move this higher. Just a hit. Okay, so any doubt in applying Fibonacci? I applied from this swing high to, sorry, this swing low to this swing high. Okay, I hope you understood. So now let me mark the important levels. This is 0.3 level. Okay, don't you feel this 0.3 is coinciding with our horizontal support and resistance levels? Because even if you see horizontal support and resistance, then this is a important level according to that criteria also. Okay, so this is important level. Okay, so now let me remove this. And can we get any levels by drawing trend line? You can also try that. Yes, but at present only one level can coincident with this, so we don't want to take trend lines into important consideration here. But yes, in lower time frame you can go for trend line as well. So this is one more level, and yes, I want this to be in black color as we discussed. So we marked two important levels in 4 hour time frame, and now let me apply Fibonacci from this high to this low. Okay, so let me, so here again we mark this 0.5 and 0, let's say 0.6. We mark this level, and also we mark 0.5 level. Okay, so let me remove this Fibonacci for now. Okay, now if you see here, is anything console, like let's say one level. Okay, now we have seen how many types? Almost one using horizontal line, second using trend line, third using Fibonacci. Okay, and fourth using indicator, fifth using psychological number. If let's say one level is suggesting multiple signals, let's say this is horizontal line also, Fibonacci level also, psychological number also, then we give more importance to these levels. So this is what I want to convey you. The reason I am conveying this particular point at the end of the video is, I hope some people have opened this video, and by seeing the duration of this video they might have skipped this video. So my intention is, one who are watching till here, they are a serious learners, they are very keen to learn. So I want to help that guys. So see here, this is the actual magic where I gonna to show you. See, this level is also, if you see, 41,555. Okay, which is somewhere near to 45 41,500. So you will do one thing, you also draw a label here 41,500, and if you see, this is a important support zone. And if you see here in this particular, let's shift to 1 hour time frame, and now we will draw labels in blue color, right? So let me draw label in blue color. Let me change the color to blue. And if you see this particular label, okay, 42,000, don't you think this 42,000 is also a structural support and resistance, which can act as support and resistance? Don't you think? Yes, we will adjust here. But from here again, you draw one more label, clone this, and draw to 42,000. Don't you feel this is a important zone? You can see this zone, how good it is respected in the previous price action as well. Don't you think? But yes, sometime what happens, even we are getting some range here, but sometimes in some situations we get both at single level. Okay, for example, let me apply Fibonacci from here to here. Don't you think these both levels are coinciding? These both levels, do you see these both levels are suggesting only one level, 42,591? Yes, right? So this is the point you should observe. The point is, the whatever the five labels, what are the five types, the important thing you have to observe is, we have learned five types to draw support and resistance. Let's say one label is suggesting, let's say 41,500 in this case, is suggesting as important support and resistance by 5. What are the 5 we have seen? By horizontal lines, trend lines, Fibonacci retracement, psychological number or round number, and indicator. These are the ways we can draw important support and resistance. I am focusing much on this because if you learn this particular support and resistance, then you can uh, rock in trading or investment. This is going to help you a lot. Upcoming videos will be based on this particular video, so this is very important that you should learn and you should understand how to draw support and resistance. And yes, this particular any two or more, if suggesting one level, then that can be a very important level. In our case, I have shown you. You can see these particular zones are very important. If you see this level is suggesting by both. One is structural and the second one is with Fibonacci. So I highly recommend you to do practice this. Whatever the doubts you are getting, just post the doubts in the comment section and join our Telegram channel and install our app. Even in the app we give some webinars. But coming to practice all these labels which I am explaining you, and the next video we will be focusing on how to trade using support and resistance. Yes guys, actually I plan to complete how to trade in this video only, but the length of the video is like exceeded than what I thought. The reason is very simple. I am planning to help you to understand and trying my level best to complete each concept from the scratch so that every beginner get benefited with this. Yes guys, any part of the video, if you like my efforts in this video, I request you to like the video so that it will reach the other fellow members also, so that even they can uh, learn this and even they get benefited. And see you in the next video on how to trade how to trade using support and resistance. Until then, we are signing off. Jai Hind.
Fearless.